Hello everybody, I'm back and I'm all alone today with episode 10 of Secret of Mana. Sad music. Sad music because I'm all alone. That's enough sad music. So, yeah, sometimes I'm going to play this game alone. I won't always be with my friends, but most of the time I'm actually going to be alone this LP. The last few episodes were kind of just an introductory for my friends. They'll probably join me later in the episodes. But you can always catch me and my friends doing hilarious things on my new little segment of Let's Multiplay instead, where I will actually be playing with my friends on multiplayer-specific games, rather than just games like these where multiplayer almost seems like a little bit of an afterthought. Well, I don't know. Why was the sprite attacking me? That was the most awkward thing I've ever seen. I've got my allies set to other preferences, so they'll actually be a little more useful. Luckily, they charge up if I tell them to, and it doesn't make the annoying beep noise, so we can be spared from that. Anyways, if you remember the last episode, we defeated the Spring Beak. Barely talked today. I was a little flustered. It's been a wild couple of days. I haven't had time to actually record a few episodes in a while. Thankfully, I record my episodes in advance, so there's a lot we can do. If you remember, we beat Spring Beak, got Sylphid, and the reason we couldn't advance was because we didn't have the magic to break this orb down. Now, usually, if you don't know what an orb does, because after you use the first orb and cast the... We used ice magic on it before, that's because somebody told us to use ice magic on it. However, the other orbs don't have any indication. You will have to use a new magic. When I get a moment here, I will actually go ahead and show you all the magics we got. I can, in fact, you'll use one right now. And I can actually get up. And, oh my goodness, I'm getting my butt handed to me here. Let's go ahead and use one of them real quick right now. We've got, as you saw, Air Blast, which does a little bit of damage. Thunderbolt, which I'll go ahead and cast right here on the crawler. It's just a powerful lightning spell. And we've got what you would normally use to understand the crystals here is Analyzer, which can also be used on enemies to understand their weaknesses. 100 HP, 16 MP, gives that much experience. And it fears nothing. It'll tell you that it says something like, it fears Sylphid, which means spells regarding that or sabers with that element will do more damage. We've also got, let's see, Balloon, which you can use on enemies, one of the very few attacking-based spells you can put on, save for the sabers, of course, that you can actually target enemies with. And Thunder Saber, right here, which just adds the Sylph element onto your weapons. Doesn't actually do anything else. I don't think it actually stuns or paralyzes or anything like that. It just adds that element, which can be pretty darn helpful. So I'm going to try and actually rush through a bunch of this, and my ally's going to get stuck, of course. We've got a lot to do and a lot I want to cover in a very few episodes. There's plenty of stuff to do. We've got... With Sylph now, we can progress through the Upper Lands and find out what's going on, and why the Empire is trying to steal all the mana and all the mana seeds, because it's killing the sprites. But I gotta tell ya, for the last couple of days for me, it's November 28th today. Black Friday was just a few days ago. It was nuts. It was all nuts. If you remember, I work in a department store. And... a very mainstream department store, and it's crazy. It's all crazy. I'm very glad I can be home right now for a little bit. Well, I'm going to talk a little more about what's in the future for me and for the videos that I've got going up right now. I move backwards. Come on, guys, let's go. No, not sleep powder. No! Ugh. Basically, what I've got going in the future is, if you might have already seen it, my Let's Multiplay videos, that's where I'm going to specifically play with my friends. I will be playing multiplayer games only. are games that can be played single player, but are more emphasis on multiplayer. I think Ragnarok Battle Offline is definitely something that's more tuned towards multiplayer gaming. So if you miss my friends in this episode, I'm totally sorry. But you will always be able to see me and my friends doing crazy shenanigans and all sorts of things on the Let's Multiplay episodes. So, now we are here at the Village of the Monsters known as Matango. One of my favorite villages, actually. I like the music here. All the people are mushrooms. And they say that they're a peaceful bunch of people rather than their actual fighting counterparts. Which is fine by me. That guy's a one-up mushroom down there. Hee hee. So we're going to figure out what's going on around here. Because this is currently the stopping point right now. And an item shop. So we're going to buy some stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead because you guys don't need to see me buying everything. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. And we're back. Okay, thank you for waiting, everybody. Sure it was... Technically, I was the one waiting, so never mind. You guys didn't wait for anything. But we went ahead and got our most recently upgraded equipment. I filled my items back up and even got a few fairy walnuts. Upgrade the boomerang. We got ourselves the load boomerang. I forget what it does, actually, so I'm not gonna lie. Figure it out later. I'm too lazy. Whatever. Don't judge me. Let's see, we got ourselves an inn over here, so we're gonna go ahead and rest up a little bit. Get our magic back, because I used quite a bit. Sylphid has some of the most expensive spells in the game, especially Thunderbolt costing a whopping 4 MP a shot, though it's incredibly powerful, even at level 1. Yes, I would like to save my game. We're all but ready for the next part of this game, though. This is where the game's really going to start opening up for all of us. Ooh, and I went the wrong way. So with every village, there must be a king. And ta-da! He's got the most glorious thing. A mustache. Here at last, the legendary knight. You don't think we have legends here like everywhere else? Little shout out to the title thing there. That's you guys, right? I knew it right away. Just yesterday, one of my people saw a white dragon fighting a huge snake. Ooh boy. So there's a dragon we get to go have. You hear that, guys? We get to ride a dragon. That's awesome. Who in their lifetime would not want to ride a dragon? Especially awesome flying, fighting white dragons. So we're going to try and get to that dragon as soon as we can. If it's fighting a giant snake right now, it's probably in trouble. And only our mystic, not mana sword yet, can save them. What is my ally doing? That was amazing. See, funny thing is your allies get to run as much as they want in this game. Mostly for the point of catching back up to you. So, not a whole lot to unfortunately talk about, just gotta get through this area. I remember that the cave ahead is actually kind of long. So I don't think I'll be fighting a whole lot. Like I said, if ever I want to train in this game, it would be much more important to do it off-screen rather than in-game. But we are gonna get rid of some of the more problem enemies as we go. None of these enemies are really that tough, save for the poison that we get a few times from these guys. There's also that kimono bird that you saw that will actually spawn those little digger mole things. And those are pains in the asses. Oh, I hate these things. Mostly because they love pebblers. Right, they love to go underground. And I don't know why, but they have so much evade when they're unconscious. You can't ever hit the damn things at all. Come on. Kick its ass. Kick its ass. And then these things will actually spawn pebblers. I hate pebblers. I hate pebblers so much with a burning passion. Just hit it and let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Kima. Let's go. Okay. Run. Run away from them. And, by the way, you can also switch between your allies, which is perfect because, ow, landing on the spike must hurt. But it's nice to be able to switch between allies, especially if one's using, like, maybe the whip and the axe. So then you can just switch them without having to switch the weapon. And that's just an easy press of a button, rather than going through this menu system. But I definitely want to get through this cave as soon as possible. Caves aren't the most exciting things in the world to watch, but hey, you know, every RPG's gotta have them. So as far as the future of my LPs go, I can't give away too much, I'm gonna be honest here. There's a lot of games I want to do. I will go ahead and spoil a little something. I would love to continue the Mana series. I think a lot of the games here are great. I'm going to be doing... I'll be doing another one, but it will... The next game I do will actually be with AJ only. Me and AJ will be doing this game together. And it's a game that he really loves. It's actually part of the Mana series, despite the fact that he doesn't actually have the same appreciation that I do. He said he never got into this. I can understand why. The battle system is a lot more loftier than the next game that I'll be playing. Just a bunch of the same enemies around, huh? Not silence, not silence! It doesn't do anything! It's so easy to just move the opposite direction. Played a lot of games where you have to move in the opposite direction. Got me from all the way over there. Come on! Come on! Ugh. Oh, thank goodness I can block so much, apparently. I guess that's a blessing. Ugh! Come on! More silence? Jesus! Criminy! And pebblers! Because we need to fight more pebblers. Oh my gosh. Can you guys just understand how much I hate pebblers? It's like... How can I possibly describe how much I hate pebblers? Okay. And we got ourselves a crystal here. I need to figure out what it does. So while we're fighting these, we'll just analyze the crystal to figure out what will work on it. Gnomes magic. So we got ourselves some gem missile. Always make sure you use the cheapest spell. There's no reason to use like Earth Slide. I'm pretty sure that it will work. Nope, I was wrong. Look at me. Earth Slide will work on it only. It's likely that's just because... Right, because the falling rock will fall somewhere. So, the magic needs to be logical, I guess. Which, don't even get me started on logic in video games. I am the kind of person who's just like, whatever, it's how this world works. While I'm getting into that, go ahead and just perhaps start this argument all over again. I really have a dislike for whenever people try to logically explain anything inside of a video game. Because one person I know said it pretty much best, in my opinion. You don't know what anything is made of. This world is all, wow, 221 damage. That's pretty nice. You don't know what the materials in this world are made up of, so... I think I went backwards. So... everything is bound by its own rules when it comes to video games like this. No, I think I was going the right way. Basically, just don't ever try to think too much into it. It's so much better if you don't. Alright, we have our first... not first, but a boss in the game. This guy is annoying. So annoying. I believe it's called the Pygmy Snake. No, excuse me, the Great Viper. It's called I call it the Pygmy Snake because that's what it will do to you. It will induce a new status ailment called Pygmy. He fears Sylphid, though. So it'd be great to put some... Yep, there we go. Pygmy. Pygmy, if you remember, from the beginning of the game, we saw Jack Pygmied. It makes you smaller. You cannot change all your actions, which is weird. The biggest thing that happens is that you get really weak. You can't do very much damage. You take a lot more damage. Great. I really hate this guy so much. With a passion, even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and magic this guy away, because this is ridiculous. The the Great Viper, in my opinion, is one of the chump boss fights that you just don't want to even play fair against. It's ridiculous, it's hard. He can basically just... All he needs to do to deal damage to you is just run into you. Whereas the other bosses, you know, they have to actually attack you with stuff, like normal bosses and normal enemies do. Not him. He will just run into you and be stupid. The only problem with doing this is that it costs so much mana. It costs so much MP. See, I'm already low. Oh, come on. Gotta wait for him to actually recover his MP. Did he recover yet? Did I use it on him, or did I use it on someone else? There we go. Except he died. Again. See how ridiculous this boss is? I think you can only hit it in the head, too. Which doesn't help at all, considering that's exactly where he damages you, too. And look how fast he is! Okay, if I do have one complaint about this game, it is this boss. This is stupid. Thunderbolt does a lot more damage to him, too. I say that, and it only does, like, that much. 60. But... this is worth it. This is totally worth it. I hate this boss so much. I hate it almost as much as I hate Peddlers. Not gonna lie. What the heck was that? Oh, good lord. Okay, thankfully, along with medical herbs, I can just fix it like this. You can still cast magic, which is great. Okay, I'll try and save the rest of the magic for healing. If all my allies don't die, oh my good lord. I hate the Great Viper. Oh, where'd I... Oh. Great Viper. You are ridiculous and I dislike you. There's an item in this game called the Pygmy Hammer, which will make life so much easier. Go away, you little freaking snake thing. The Pygmy Hammer will actually will either pygmy you or unpygmy you. So it's perfect, so I don't have to keep using magic or herbs to revive you. I hate the Great Viper! Will it die already? How much HP does it have? This we can find out. I know he's weak to Sylphid, though. I memorized this freaking boss. Oh, still got a lot of HP. See, it'll say, the Great Viper fears Sylphid. Die! Great, great. I think we've almost got it. We should only have about 200 HP left. Oh, I hate you! I hope you enjoy my suffering. Because I don't. I don't enjoy this at all. There he goes again. You also take a lot more damage as Pygmeed. Where is he? Where is he? Come out of here! Whatever! Ugh. Seriously, get out of the woods. Come and fight me like a man. Yes! Yes! I win. I win. And I got the sword orbs. Totally worth it. Good grief. That was stupid. But, you know what I think it is? What time it is, everybody? It's time to take a break from all of this. Because that took a lot of energy. So, we're going to find out what's in this mysterious place. Next time on Secret of Mana. Cliffhanger episode. My first one. Bye now.